Oh, they may be playing football, and the crowd is yelling, kill the referee. But no matter what the score, when the clock strikes 4, everything stops for tea.
What's the story, guys? Welcome to Spill the Tea, the show for British expats, Australians, and anybody who loves all things British. I'm Marcus Deegan, co-hosting special guest today.
Good morning, and I'm Sam. Hello, everyone. On today's show, let me tell you what's on the docket. We've got Marcus Deegan
That's
with
me.
us. That's you. We've got Out and About with Ali. We've got our BFF with Eve Dawes, and a news segment. Tease, everybody. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, thanks for having me on. First of all, it's very exciting to be here, surrounded by all of this British memorabilia. I'm feeling quite British that I'm having a. I'm having an Irish coffee without the coffee.
Yeah. I was like, what kind of tea is that?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So-
and we're going to say good morning to Ian, because he's here, of course.
Is he?
He's in the power seat.
I am actually. I'll
So he
there we
can-
are. Hi, where
Oh,
am
looking
I'm
good
over
there,
here.
Ian.
I set this up. I don't even know where my own camera is.
You look good, though.
Yeah, I'd like to apologise in advance for whatever happens on this show with Marcus. We understood that it was a bit of a risk, but
I said, I don't
see.
think we'll be able to contain all the energy for one in the entire studio this morning.
Well, Ian, you just kind of stole my line. I wanted to apologise to your audience previously before the show starts. As you know, Australians do have a little bit of a lashing tongue every now and then, and maybe say things that may offend. So I'm do apologising to now. But I think it's great to be on here. It's great to be here. I'm happy to be here.
Do you normally get up this early? Or
You
are you a late riser? What do you do? Are you a night owl?
No. I'm up at 4:30 a.m. every morning.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, anywhere between 4 and 5, I'm up. I'm kind of one of those people who likes to get up, get the day started.
Yeah.
But then at about 7 o'clock, I'm getting heavies on the couch.
Getting heavies on
Yeah,
the
you know,
couch.
you put on the movie and you
Yeah.
get like by the end of the credits, I'm like,
Do you watch Hallmark movies?
I do not watch Hallmark movies.
What do you watch? What do you like?
I like horror movies. I like suspense movies. I like movies about UFOs and anything paranormal, creepy, Bigfoot, ghosts, Ouija boards, anything like that.
My aunties, my twin aunties used to do the Ouija board.
Yeah.
It got pretty bad.
Yeah, I think that that's
Yeah.
why there's so many ghosts in the UK. Obviously, because it's very, very old. But all of our creepy, crazy aunties used to do Ouija board stuff, right?
I know, is that a funny thing?
And I would never do it. Like, I grew up Catholic, strict Catholic, so my mother wouldn't even let us have the movie The Exorcist in the house.
Really?
Yeah, she was very, very strict Catholic when it came to that kind of thing. So nothing to do with ghosts or paranormal or anything like that. So yeah.
Not Hallmark then.
No, Hallmark's okay. Not for me.
I love Hallmark. One of my best friends sent me Hallmark bedroom slippers. Number one fan of Hallmark. They're all the same. They're all the same. You know, it's going to end. It always feels good.
So you don't like horror movies?
I don't mind them. I mean, I do like, Star Wars and that kind of stuff.
Sci-fi stuff.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
some sci-fi.
Yeah.
Jim makes me watch Star Trek.
Oh, that's
Original Star Trek every night.
Yeah.
Every night. And I want to know, right, if any of my friends who do makeup, can someone tell me the colour of the eyeshadow that Dr. Spock wears? Because I love that colour.
Yeah.
Every time I see, well, first of all, it comes on, I like to sing the song.
Yep.
Well, it's not really singing.
That's
It's
like a-
"Ooh."
it's like- yeah.
So I just do that first. And then I always mention his eyeshadow.
Yeah.
Always.
Well, it's funny that because we were talking before about how, you know, Star Trek that came out probably like in the early 70s or whatever, how things that happened on that TV show are actually what's happening in real life today.
Back then, it was, that's outrageous, ridiculous. That
Yep.
would never happen, and now we're living it. Now we're living it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I kind of like it, though.
No, I like it, and especially with all the news at the moment of what's going on in the world with all the government leaking little bits and pieces about UFOs.
Yes, bits and pieces so we don't get freaked out all at once.
Well, did you see that new one that just came out a couple of days ago? It was that big blue UFO that they caught in Hawaii. So it was captured by a bunch of people. It hovered in the sky for around about 12 minutes and then shot and went straight into the water.
No!
So the FAA came out and said that there was no planes in the sky at that time. So people are like getting ready for hey, check it out. This is real.
Oh gosh, I didn't see that. I'm gonna have to see it. Let's see if anyone else is watching. Did you see the UFO? Do you believe in them? Let us know. But let's see who's on there this morning. Let's have a little scroll down here. You're quiet, Ian. Are you all right over there?
I'm concentrating. I'm trying to actually.
It's like
I'm
a
getting
one-man band, isn't it?
There's a lot-
Cymbals under your armpits,
Lot of moving parts.
bass drum on your back,
Yeah. So I'm
some
all right.
bells on your ankles.
I'll be back. I'll be with you.
Of course, we've got Mick Burns. Good morning, Mick Burns. We've got Katrina. Rachel's with us. Claire's with us. Catherine. Morning. Made it back to the US safe and sound. Tell us about that trip coming back. Was it a nightmare? Was it easy? Was it... I just want to go somewhere, but I don't know where I can go right now. I just want to go anywhere.
I go to the kitchen or the bathroom. That's about it. That's about as far as where I go these days.
Dress up to go to the living room.
Yeah.
We've got who else have we got? Stuart's with us. Patrick's mom. Good morning. I love it when all the mums watching. Mike, the family members are all in. Mike from Greece is here. Sue. Good morning from Farmington, Missouri. Ian, your mum's here, so don't say anything that will embarrass your mum today. She's got a
Well,
coffee.
about that, actually, I really... no, I'm just kidding.
We've got Eileen. We've got Sue. Sue says she lost her top fan rating. How does that happen?
I thought she said she'd lost her top. I thought that's a bit too much
dear.
information for a Tuesday morning.
Well, it's a bit early for that, Sue. I have no idea. We've got David with us. Eve is with us, of course. Becky from Yorkshire is here. Oh, we've got loads on this morning. Good morning, Sarah. Hope your recovery is going well.
I don't even know how that whole top fan thing works.
All I know is you can, when you activate the top fan, those top fans are notified if they want to be a top fan, and they have to click yes, I want to be a top fan. But how do you lose your status?
I don't know if it's just if you've missed some shows or you're not engaging. So basically, keep engaging and keep being here, and you shall retain said top fan status.
So that's what it is. Okay, we've got Martin, Richard, Cathal. That's an unusual name.
Cathal Fegan. He's from Ireland.
Marcus, where is all the green in that studio?
See, my Irish fans are a little bit upset that there's no greenery in here, but I am drinking the proper 12 Irish whiskey, the finest, tastiest man-made whiskey on the planet.
Now, that whiskey is actually a sponsor of your show, so you're cross-promoting right now.
Yeah.
I am cross-promoting. I'm going to go get the bottle in a minute.
So he's expecting there's some bottles to show up on our show.
Hey,
I already know. There's actually already one in my office, but apart from that. Now, the thing is that particular brand of whiskey is owned by a particular gentleman, is it not?
Okay, so there's probably one of the biggest sports stars on the planet. You all may know him as the notorious Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Has an amazing whiskey called Proper 12. We are so proud to be affiliated with his whiskey at the What Happens Here podcast. So, it's. Have you tried it yet?
No.
Are you a whiskey drinker?
Not really.
Well, maybe we might have to change that. Ooh, yeah. Oh, look at
Might
that.
have to change that on a Tuesday morning.
And as if by magic, there's a bottle suddenly appears on the set.
Da, 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 da.
Da, 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 da. So, there we go. Proper 12 is one of the affiliate sponsors of What Happens Here podcast.
Tell everyone about your podcast.
Wait, Sam, you should try some of that.
Oh, I don't know.
There's a big liter bottle in there. There's a big liter bottle in there, which is actually quite full.
Just bring that and a straw.
No, my podcast is primarily, well, you know what? It's a conversationalist podcast. So I like to talk to people that have interesting stories, and that primarily it's sports, mixed martial arts. But I have also interviewed the world's greatest expert on Bigfoot. I've interviewed porn stars. It's not just sports. It's just anyone that has a really interesting story that's kind of indicative to things that I am interested in.
Yeah.
As I mentioned before, I love anything paranormal, anything Australian, anything to do with sports, mixed martial arts, combat.
Mystery.
So that's kind of what it's like, yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I saw that you had, well, actually, I'll talk about it later, but I saw that you had stormtrooper helmets.
Yeah, I'm a, oh, there we go. Thank you, my love. Jeez, you gotta work out. You have to work out before you pick up a bottle of this. So I'm going to give you just a little taste of it.
Okay.
All right. Just a little sip. Just a little morning. People are thinking, the Australians are here.
That's it. That's it. The bad English.
So
that we sent to the prison colonies.
I'm sure that we were going to bring that up. So just have a little, with a hint of.
It's not wicked.
No, see?
It's smooth.
Oh, that wicked liquor.
It's not wicked liquor.
Yeah, it has the hint of.
I can feel it.
Yeah.
It's making its way down.
Didn't it warm you up right now?
Oh, it did. It warmed up my cockles.
Okay, for anyone in Australia that just listened to that.
Welcome to the rebranded Spill the Whiskey.
Yeah, that's smooth.
Yep, you like it?
Yeah.
Well, all the way from Ireland, compliments of the world's greatest mixed martial artist, the notorious Conor McGregor.
Yeah, we've now represented the Irish.
There we go.
So
Cheers.
I hope everyone's happy. Cheers. Now, before your podcast, you've done a lot of stuff. Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff. But what you probably don't remember is that you and I have worked together.
What?
Yes, we have.
We have.
I co-produced the Showbiz Roasts with Andy Walmsley.
Wow,
My pal Andy.
I do remember
Yeah.
that.
Oh, and I had that dreadful job of looking after the Australian Thunder from Down Under.
And that was me.
It was you.
Oh, let me think about
Because
that.
do people know that? Do people know that also that you were in Thunder from Down Under as well?
Okay, so I suppose one of the main things that I'm known for in this town is being the lead host and MC for Thunder from Down Under for 23 years. That was my job, a huge part of my life, one of the best experiences I've ever had. I got the opportunity.
There you go.
I got. That's a really bad photo. What the heck am I doing with my shirt off? There?
You didn't have much on. Do we have any more pictures?
That's right. I think I even pulled my pants down. Was it the Frank Marino?
Yeah,
That's right,
You did the
yeah.
Frank Marino. You also did the Zoe Bowie as well.
Did I do that?
I think you did because I think we have a Zoe Bowie picture when we roasted Chris.
Well, I've got one picture here. If you're ready for it, I'm just not sure.
Chris is in that picture, believe it or not, and you need to look at his face.
I'm just not sure if
We can do it.
you have to tell us which one's you, Marcus.
Ooh. Second right. Is it you?
Yeah.
They are my brothers from Thunder from Down Under.
Yeah, we get that. We don't want to linger on this too long, mate.
Yeah, no, I was not in that
So
photo.
you didn't.
Oh, you're
so
not?
You didn't.
I was not in that photo.
So I'm thinking you were in the Frank one because you were a roaster.
Yes.
Put that picture back up though. Look at Zoe Bowie's face.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you're between the two. Yeah.
Are you in there, Alex?
Do you still train at that level, even though you're not performing?
Do you know what? Fitness has always been a huge part of my life, and being, slightly egotistical, I like to remain in shape.
Yeah.
Obviously not at that level when I
Right.
was on stage. I had a pretty severe accident a couple of years ago, so I'm just recovering from spine surgery.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm all good to go. I'm ready to go now, but not at that level. But I've been working in Thunder from Down Under for 23 years. I've had to constantly be in shape my whole life. Now that I'm not in the show, it's Daddy's got a little bit of COVID-19.
But you did have it. You did. What was the injury again?
I broke my neck.
Well, we'll forgive you for that.
Yeah.
And that was only 2 years ago that you broke your neck.
Yeah, I'm about 2 years into my recovery from it now, so I'm actually feeling the best I've felt. I actually broke my neck pretty severely, right up near the brainstem, nearly paralysed myself. And I got a titanium plate in my neck with 8 screws to hold my head up, so I'm great now.
Whoa! Well, how did you do it? What
I had
kind
a car accident and broke it pretty bad, and then re-broke it by jumping off the kitchen counter. I was looking for something on top of the fridge, and I jumped off the kitchen counter and heard a big snap, and that was it. It was over.
You know what you need? And I've got 2 of them, and I'll bring you one. Jim bought me, those reach and grab things for older people.
I thought it was going to be, I've fallen and I can't get up.
I have 2. Do I need 2?
Yeah, no.
I laugh every time I use it. And when I do, I went to get something out the garage last night, and I came down the hallway, and it was a roll of paper towels, and I let it come past the wall first, and Jim was watching telly, so it was just this paper towel just sticking out from the wall. I can't believe 2. I'll bring you the other one.
So
Don't be climbing. I know what you mean. I was climbing all the time on
I
the
jumped
kitchen.
and landed on my heel the wrong way, and I just heard a big snap and electric shock through my body, and that was it. I was done. I was Dunsky. But it's funny, what is considered old age now?
Well,
is 50 old? Maybe it was when our grandparents were 50, but now 50 isn't old, right?
It isn't old now. No, it's not.
So what's considered old
You
age?
keep telling yourself that, mate.
I know.
You keep telling yourself.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to tell myself, I'm not old anymore. I'm just 50 years of age, damn it. But is 50 considered...
Yeah, what does everybody think? What do you think is old age? I mean...
No, but
Some people wake up and feel old at
nobody's
40.
going to admit to actually saying, "Oh, I don't feel like the age I do."
I must admit though, so when I get up in the morning, sometimes it's like a symphony of cracks.
Yeah. Clicks, cracks, and farts.
Hit clicks.
All right, so at this point, again, I think there needs to be a public disclaimer on the fact that we have alcohol on the show, we've had nudity, and now cracks.
Well, you guys get a lot of people that are commenting here. I really like
Yeah,
this.
let's have a little
we do.
nosy. Let's see what we've got.
We have quite a lot of people, and while you're doing that, actually, one thing that didn't go on the docket today is we have pies. So in fact,
Yes, we have pies.
there are more Australians, or as many Australians in this show as there are British
Brits.
people.
Poms.
Right now.
Right.
So
Where's Aquaman?
Alex,
Yeah, where is Aquaman? Exactly right.
get on in here.
Come on in. Come on in.
Morning, guys.
How are you?
What are you doing? G'day, mate.
Mark,
How are
how
you,
you
my
doing?
friend? I'm good, man. I'm
How
good.
you doing?
Hi.
Good to see you.
You,
Yeah.
you got to get that moustache trimmed up there, mate.
Yeah,
It
no,
looks-
I know. I'm trying to grow it out so I can put.
Do the handlebars?
Yeah, do the handlebars.
I love
So
that.
it's a little bit messy at the moment, so I apologise for
I
that.
love that. How was your new year? What did you do?
It was good. It was actually relatively quiet compared to other ones that I've had. So it was really good. It was me and my girlfriend. We just chilled out.
Yeah. What did
Yeah.
you do, Marcus?
What did I? So I fell asleep at 7:30.
Right.
And then my fiance woke me up at 11:30, going, "Hey, there's only." I was like, "Oh, you know, wake me up in 5 minutes." And then it was that.
So we had, didn't we? We had a nice little get together at Amanda's house. Just a few of us.
We did.
And it was just nice, wasn't it? We put the families on FaceTime.
Oh
So
yeah,
we could all
yeah.
be together. But we did the 4 o'clock.
yeah.
We like to ring in the British one.
Right.
It's actually perfect for when you get older because you could just go back home.
Day drink and then you're out.
There
by
you're
the-
sorted.
Well, I got this amazing Christmas present for Christmas. So my mother-in-law got me this projector that you can plug your phone into, and you can put it on any. But it's 4K quality. It looks like
really?
you're at the movies.
No way.
So I've got it in my garage now. I got a little couch in the garage, and I've set it up on the wall. And
Oh, I want one.
the best thing ever.
What brand
man.
is
Pies
it?
at Mark's Place,
You know what? I have it in my phone here. Yeah. Yeah, I have it in my phone here. I'll let you know. But
Yeah.
it's incredible. It's the best present I've ever had. So
Oh, how
Thanks, Mum.
nice. Isn't it nice when people buy you things that, like, they know you?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, they know me so well.
I tell you what I'm like bad for, which my girlfriend gets up me for sometimes, is I get people gift cards.
Yeah.
And she goes, it's so impersonal. I'm like, but I'm giving them stuff that they can actually go and buy themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I think
I am with
Oh,
your
sorry.
girlfriend.
yeah, girls
I love you, Alex, but, you know.
girls like to buy the gift, buy the wrapping paper, put it in the box, spend the
Yes.
time
Yeah.
wrapping it.
I'll wrap the
Guys
gift
like
card.
you and I, we
Yeah.
just want to go to Walmart,
Convenience.
get 4 or 5 gift cards.
I'll
and that's
wrap
it.
the gift cards. Oh,
You wrap the gift card. Yeah. Same thing, right? Hey, I like getting gift cards. I mean, I don't
I'm
mind.
kidding. I'll do it sometimes, but I personally, gift cards. I'm all about gift cards. Like, if anyone wants to give me a present anytime.
We're doing gift cards around here.
150 minimum gift card.
That's right. There needs to be a minimum on it. Yeah, I ate, and the very English tradition is eating after 8 mints on New Year's Eve. And so Jim went off to play a gig and said, make sure there's some after 8 mints left for me. And it was really hard to...
After
8 mints. Oh,
I thought you said I have to eat 8 mints. I thought that was
I ate more like 80 mints.
8. Yeah, oh nice.
But they're the best. They're like how do we describe the square, the dark chocolate, and then there's like
I like after dinner mints.
minty...
Yeah, I know. Oh, so it's like a chocolate and it's got mint on the inside and
Yes.
you take it out of the wrapper.
Yes.
They used to put them under pillows in hotels back in the old days.
Oh, they did back
Yeah.
in the old days.
Yeah, but in Australia it just melts because it's so hot over there. So,
You might go,
yeah, something stuck to your face.
Oh, we just put the empty wrappers back in to make it look like you haven't eaten all
Oh,
of it. That's the other trick.
All right, so just
Ali
to,
knows about that.
just to bookend this new colonial edition. No, that's terrible. That's all right. I'm not going to say that.
Colonial edition.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Spilty Australian edition. Do we have? Where's your stuff?
Yeah, right
They're
here.
there. Oh, you brought the pies.
So I bought the pies.
I was gonna say.
Grab a pie.
I bought some pies for everyone. Hopefully they're still warm. They might be a little bit cool. They've been sitting there for a minute now. And of
Alright.
course, on this awesome board that Ian laser carved for us the other day. Sorry, there we go. So we got So we're at the Aussie Project. You can check us out on Instagram, Facebook. Have we got
There
the
he
website
is.
up yet?
Well, we got the logo.
Oh, we got the logo. There we go.
But
That's
do
it.
you have a website up? But it's mainly on the Instagram right now.
It's
isn't it?
mainly on the Instagram right now, and we're working on a website. So if anyone wants to order, jump on there at the Aussie Project.
You actually have been probably benefiting more from this show.
Oh hell yes, I have.
Damn, we do.
This has been amazing. This show's been absolutely amazing. I mean, we're catering to a crowd that actually knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Over in America, I mean, I'm having to educate people on what meat pies are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They call them pot pies over here, right? But it's completely different.
Well, it's a similar kind of concept. You know, it's a little pie and like like that, and a little bit of tinfoil. But the way we cook it's completely different. Especially.
I'm actually having
seasoned.
to limit myself though, because
Sorry, what's that?
I'm having to limit myself because I take a couple of these home. And I have one here, and it's
good.
literally who ate all the pies.
Yeah.
So I mean, which is fine, I guess, over the whole Christmas and New Year period.
You got an
all right.
excuse.
But now, I mean, I'm kind of happy I'm sitting here. It's keeping
I
my
can
hands
pass
busy.
one to
He's
you.
going to eat one, though. He's going to eat one, though.
Don't do
He's
that.
going to
Yeah.
do one. That's what he's going to do, aren't you? You know what's amazing, though, is a lot of people would think, I've got to get a website first before I can start my business. But you don't. Social media is brilliant.
Social media is absolutely amazing
It's
as well.
quick, it's easy,
Yep.
it's informal.
Exactly. Having friends like you guys as well is absolutely amazing as well.
Got people texting me.
Yeah,
First number.
Ali over there's been amazing. You guys have been amazing, and of course Marcus as well. On What Happens Here has also been the one that started it all for me. So
Well, the thing is, right. The thing is, what I really respect about Alex and Lord of This and what they've done in their business is that they started a business during probably one of the toughest times in human, in the last 20 years of human history. Starting a business in a pandemic is not only risky, but it's scary at the same time. But when you pull through and prevail and have a product and something that people actually like and is a good product, and I know that you take a lot of time into making these pies with the taste of Australia. My mouth's watering just talking about it.
We do cook them with love. It's one of the secret ingredients is cooking them with love.
Yeah. No, well, that's true. You have to because you want
You have to be proud of your product.
and plus you're representing Australia.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the pressure.
You're representing Australia. And any Australian... Now, what do Australians think of these? Like, obviously, you sell them to all the boys in the show, but what's been the general response from actual Aussies that have eaten these pies?
As far as I know, they've loved them.
I saw the Australian Bee Gees were eating all these...
Were they?
Yeah. We dropped some around to them the other day, so that was awesome.
I think there is a lot of pressure because, when our friend Glyn opened up the Codfather Fish and Chip Shop here, you've got to contend with the Brits and how critical we are and is it authentic? And
Shout out to the Codfather because that place is bomb.
mate.
I
haven't been there yet.
There we go. Mouth watering again.
I'm going to have to go there straight up. I'll have to go check it out. Where is it?
Yeah,
it's on Green Valley and Sunset.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Codfather. Find it on Facebook.
I'll find it for sure.
My mouth's watered about 10 times. The first time my mouth started watering was when the lady here that said she was from Yorkshire. So I don't know if anyone's ever actually tried a traditional Yorkshire pud or Yorkshire pudding with gravy. It's something that we use in...
Wait.
Oh, do you really?
You realise what show you're on, right?
Yeah.
You've just asked our audience if they've ever tried a Yorkshire pudding and gravy.
No, but we use it as a part of a Christmas dinner.
I think you've blown it. I think that's
We
it.
do it all year round.
Yeah,
You do?
All year
There's
round.
The real big ones or the little
It
ones?
depends what kind of pans you've got.
I wouldn't
If
mind
you've got-
trying one of those.
You've never tried one?
No.
The thing is,
Oh,
they have
mate.
they're best straight out the oven.
Straight out of the
Because
oven.
I made some last week and a shepherd's pie for American friends of mine who loved it, by the way. But, to transport them, they were still warm, but they go a bit sad.
Right.
Don't they,
Yeah.
They're good straight out the oven. But, saying that, I'll eat a cold one the next day out the fridge. Whether it's sad or
But
not.
isn't it funny that Christmas dinners are kind of a little bit different from England, than they are from here in America? In England, it's more like roast chicken, roast potatoes, Yorkshire pudding.
Turkey, mate. Turkey.
Everyone's-
Turkey.
Onion sauce, bread
God.
sauce.
You're tripping over many times.
Man, I've been here in
All the culture.
America 22 years, and I'm missing out on the British culture.
But you guys get to do it on the beach.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
difference.
It's hot.
Yeah,
It's hot in Australia.
In Australia, the Christmas dinners are prawns, shrimp, is lobster, is Moreton Bay bugs.
Yeah.
It's beach.
What did you just say?
Moreton Bay bugs.
What's that?
Okay, so Moreton Bay is a little bay in Queensland, but they have I mean, if I was to describe it, it would look like something from the movie Alien, but it tastes in between crab, lobster, but
Interesting.
juicier and thicker meat.
Yeah,
Never heard of that.
it's an Aussie thing.
It's an Australian thing.
We'll have to try that.
Yeah. A Mountain Bear bug.
Sounds like an alien.
Yeah. It looks like
It does
an
look
alien.
like it's like a cross lobster kind of. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
And of course, gravy. Gravy's a big thing.
Yeah. Now, is gravy something that maybe you may implement into the Aussie project? Is that something?
Great on top of the pies. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean we are looking at doing like peas and gravy on the side or on top. We're going to do like a shepherd's pie soon, as you were talking about, with the potato on top with mince in the base.
Yeah. I really like the mini pies that you made.
Right. Okay.
I was just literally stuffing. I think I ate about 6 in one go. I was just shoveling.
Yeah, good.
They're easy to shovel when they're that small.
Yeah, so we make these little, we call them party pies or promo pies. So they're about half the size of these ones.
Right.
But people seem to like them.
I think you should probably bring those next time.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do that.
Just for the sake of everybody's health.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
All right, no worries.
Do
I'll bring
you guys eat pies every Tuesday here on this show?
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And chocolate usually. We don't have any chocolate today. Oh, but it's whiskey day.
Yeah, well, so
whiskey and pie.
Well, because you on your show, you have this stuff.
You
have
booze
the,
it up, don't
the
you?
booze.
How long is your show?
We have pies.
It's about 45 minutes an hour. Yeah, and Matt's my co-host is normally hammered by the end of it, but it's all good.
That should. I think you should do it live.
Yeah, you know what? I was actually thinking about
Oh,
maybe
I just
doing...
lost. My. I can't hear anything.
Can't you?
Yeah, that's weird.
Well, I can.
I can hear you.
That's bizarre.
Did you just spontaneously went deaf?
Oh, I can hear you now. You're back.
Someone
You
said-
know what?
You're back.
You probably just sat on your connector.
See, I'm a connector every Tuesday. You know.
Wait, hold on.
Hey,
Hey, and you were talking about me having to apologise to the audience.
I know.
Hell, man.
It's that sip of whiskey that did it. It's your fault.
Talking about sitting on the connectors and everything.
It was just like dead. It's like I couldn't function. Like I was deactivated.
Oh, man.
So, any New Year's resolutions?
Do you know
do them? Do you do intentions? Whatever people want to call them. Do you have any?
I wouldn't say that I make New Year's resolutions just because all year is kind of resoluting things in my life. So
Right.
my if you want to say resolution, my resolution was trying to improve on my patience and trying to maintain the same level of my best self instead of dropping below it in all aspects of life.
This show does go on for about another 25, 30 minutes. So just so you know, be patient. Roll with this. Just saying.
Well, I think, first of all, I think everybody's patience has been stretched this past year. I will say that. And it's been quite easy to let everything go. I've seen people let everything go. But why? You know,
Pies.
What pies?
Just-
Pies will do it. Do you do resolutions?
kind of. I mean, I just try and set something that I want to try and keep up through the year. Similar to Mark this year, actually.
Yeah.
Just want to keep going with the way things are going. You know, I
Yeah.
want to keep building things, keep building myself.
Yeah. Do you know what I
Yeah.
really love, though, about our community is that we do support each other.
Yeah.
I will say that. But the minute you do a bad pie, it'll all be over.
Yeah, it never
They'll
allowed
cut
that.
you down from the knees
I'm
straight
fine.
away.
I was so impressed with
Defriended from
with
Instagram.
your response to that question. I actually forgot to switch it back to Sam. So if things end up looking a little bit weird, it's just because I'm enjoying the show.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Unlike you
And
guys,
there's
I
one-
get to sit here.
There's nothing wrong with that. I think I don't really do New Year's resolutions, but I kind of like that.
Nude?
I thought you were going to say, I don't really do nudity. I'm sitting on conductors. What the
I
heck?
was mad.
This is the year I'm not doing nudity, is what Sam's saying.
I am so. Let me tell you about nudity. So
Here we
I'm
go.
on my back patio a
This
lot.
show's gone
I'm on my back
downhill.
patio a lot, with not a lot of clothes on, because there aren't houses directly behind me anyway. There aren't. But I went out yesterday and I looked up and I was outraged that a man was actually cleaning his windows and could see me. I was really upset
I
about
thought he was going to
that.
say there was a guy in a tree with a telescope.
I had to go inside and put some clothes on.
Oh, that's
I like nature.
You
I like
do?
being
But
out in
that's-
nature.
Welcome to Las Vegas at the beginning of January, you mean?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's warm on my back patio. It's lovely. I did my yoga out there, but I was outraged. I'm like, what do you mean clean your windows?
I don't want to
Like,
hear
go
any more
away.
about your back patio. All right.
Or my connector. Enough of that.
How much whiskey did you give her?
not like a thimbleful.
This
Yeah.
is
Like a
going a
thimble.
completely different direction than any other show.
but isn't it great? Isn't it great?
It's for grown grown-ups, this show.
Well, I
It's
don't
the
know. Well, yeah,
grown-ups.
you have to ask this lot. We do it for you. It's not for us. Well, I guess it is for us too, but still.
Do you need some whiskey?
No, I'm good for the moment. I'm going to wait a little bit later on this afternoon to have some whiskey. I
We
think.
don't want to be rude and leave you out.
No, I'm
you know
good,
what I
thank you.
mean?
Thanks for the offer anyway, though.
I have
Give me
tea.
cable.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hang on, I'm
Is
good.
that me making you go deaf? Is that me playing with your connector? My bad.
Well, listen.
Let's have a look on here. Let's look at the comments.
You
Go
look
on.
at the comments, and then I'm going to tee something up because we've got to move on. There
Yes, we
are
have.
other things that we have to do on this show, but it's back to you for a second. Look, I'm giving you the control.
All right.
Yeah, I like having these buttons
I
actually.
know. I think you actually just muted me earlier.
Mick-
That's what I think happened.
Someone said they have a ghost I have a ghost in my house.
Who is it?
Is it Mick? No,
Oh, Mick
Fiona-
Burns?
My dad's name was Johnny Walker. Oh, okay. Someone's drunk.
There you go. Already.
Mick Burns is way too early for me. Someone said that a Yorkshire pudding with syrup.
Yes, that's my oldest sister.
Is that your sister? Is it?
Tate and Lyle, treacle. I'll put treacle on
Oh,
it.
treacle. You guys call it over there, right? And it used to come in like a tin.
Yeah, it
like
still
a
does.
real
Tin,
thing.
the lions.
Like
lions.
like-
oh, no,
like
it's golden
golden
syrup,
syrup.
isn't it?
Like golden
Tin.
syrup.
Golden's
yeah.
a bit
Tate and
treacle.
Lyle. It's
Yeah.
got a dead
What?
lion on the front of the tin.
Right.
With
A dead
flies.
lion?
Yeah, with flies around it.
We used to get molasses.
That's a
when we
bit
were kids.
weird.
It
Isn't
is weird. There's a history with it. Yeah.
Hmm.
But I won't cover it today because I think we should cover. Shall we do first or BFF?
Sure. Well, you know what? Before we get to that, I do actually want to let people know we do have a new segment that's going to be. We've got more segments than the most segmented show that's ever been segmented.
know.
But we are adding a new one, and I believe the person involved is going to be here next week, maybe.
Yeah, probably next week. Yeah.
But I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little teaser. And this is, we actually had him as a guest. His name is Phil Soussan, and he's the guitar player for Ozzy Osbourne. He's performed with Jimmy Page.
So many.
And so many of these other
Great
supergroups.
musician himself.
Amazing musician.
Yeah.
And in lockdown, he started doing these 60-second recipes. Now, I know you guys like food a lot, especially when we do it, but we thought we'd like to delegate that slightly because it's, I didn't do too well on this last
I won
challenge.
everything, the
Yeah,
challenge.
she did. But it's because I didn't do it,
I know.
basically. But so Phil's been doing this 60-second.
The 59-second gourmet
Yeah.
from the COVID kitchen.
He calls it the COVID kitchen.
Yeah.
Now, that name may evolve, but who are we to argue? But this is going to be the teaser, the intro, just the sting of what you will see. Not actually, you're not seeing anything, but it's just this.
So don't you dare say
And-
you can't do anything in 60 seconds.
Right.
Yes.
And that's the good thing. Most of our segments run about an hour and a half. I'm not looking at anybody in particular. Ali's off here. But yeah, so that's going to be starting next week. And it actually is pretty good. I like it. I like
It is. It's very good. I mean, because Ian was getting tired of my really long cooking videos, but he has a great style, a great way of actually filming his 59-second gourmet.
He does.
videos.
So
But I tell you what, look.
So
shall
yeah, we should dive into that. So we're going to have to kick Alex out.
All right.
Forever.
We've only got one extra mic today, so that's you. But Alex, thanks so much.
No worries. Thank you
for-
so much for having me again, guys. I really do appreciate everything you do for us. So, and the board too.
Of
I left this
course.
last week. So
Yeah.
You should probably put some oil out or stain out.
yeah,
Something.
Yeah.
we're going to lacquer it over
There
or
you
something
go.
like that. Yeah.
It'll bring
Awesome.
the colour out.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
All right. No
Oh, am I
worries,
gonna
guys.
see- I'm
So one out, one in.
I'm going to see you
Enjoy
again,
your
right?
whiskey. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see you.
Yeah.
Give us a ring later.
Absolutely.
All right, mate.
All right.
See ya. Have a good one.
Thanks, mate.
All right.
Happy New Year.
So while they're doing that little turnaround, yes, we haven't had Ali in for a few weeks. She's
Yeah.
got a new segment for us, which she's about to tee up, I think.
Yes, we're going to let Ali introduce her segment today.
Happy New Year.
I know.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay,
There
I'm
she
in a
is.
little chair.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice T-shirt. Love that.
Claire Jane. No, I was really excited to do this segment because I thought for the new year I had to think of something a bit different. My out and about are normally telling people to go out and do something fun and go to places, and obviously we're kind of like told to stay at home. And the Brits at home are now locked down, which is another thing.
Yes.
So I thought for the new year I'd start another kind of thing where I'm hanging out with people. That's my thing.
Right.
Which is might be fun for you or not. But the people that are teed up for the rest of the year are either very Vegas, very British, literally. Or even if they are Vegas, they are going to talk about British. In fact, this one I even end with a cup of tea. This is a really special episode to me because he's an absolute legend in my eyes. This is me having an exclusive tour with Mr. Michael Goddard. Check it out. Welcome to this week's episode of Out and About with Ali. This week, we're stopping by someone's house, one of America's top-selling artists. He's got fabulous toys, gorgeous house. It's Mr. Michael Goddard. Let's see if he's home.
Come on in, Allie.
Let's do it. Let's go on in.
Known as the explosive rock star of the art world, Michael captivates his viewers with animated olives, whimsical grapes, and dancing strawberries. I'm a huge fan and a proud owner of his artwork in my own home, so I was super excited to get an exclusive tour.
Yeah, so this is like I call it my game room, but this is also where I have all my memorabilia. So for the past 20 years, this has all the stuff that has been made out of my olives.
Wow.
So everything from music boxes to bobbleheads, my 3 books. This one's called Making Music, because you meet that special person, you make great music together.
I see a wine cup, some stilettos, bit of music.
It's good.
It's me and a piece, that's me.
There's ties, and there's books, and there's sculptures, and there's olive stuff. You'll also see that I have all these guitars. So over the past 20 years, I've collected a bunch of guitars.
Which is your favorite one of all of them?
My favorite.
Okay.
My favorite of all favorites is this one right here. This is my Aussie shrine, basically, in this area.
I see that. He's talking to us. Come on in.
He is. And then he gave me this guitar.
Wow.
It's probably the only guitar that Ozzy Osbourne's ever painted himself.
Ozzy Osbourne, 4503.
03.
Wow.
So we've been friends for a long time. So I left it exactly how it is. Oh, hear angels sing.
That's so cool.
And like you, I'm a Beatles fan. So I was doing a show, and someone said, by the way, Ringo Starr is there. Ringo and I met, and he signed this guitar for me.
Okay, I'm holding the sign Ringo.
Wait, don't touch it.
Don't you my goodness. Okay. Woohoo! I don't even know how to play, but I'm
That's
like,
okay.
How cool! That's incredible. Thank you for that little
From Liverpool to Las Vegas.
What do you think about coming in and being like the Raiders art man? We want you to be in charge of all the art that we use to decorate the stadium. My first project was to get myself and some local artists to design all the season tickets. So this is what just got sent out recently to all the Raiders ticket holders.
Isn't that awesome?
Here are the tickets.
That's
And
how
of course,
everyone got their ticket?
Yeah, pretty fancy, right? The artists, there's Michael Goddard, whatever.
Yeah.
Great way to leave my footprint in the city of Las
Oh
Vegas.
my
And I've done a lot of things, but this is big. So when you go in the stadium, you're going to see lots of my artwork, as well as all the other artists that I had sort of helping to collaborate with everything. I will take you to the other studio.
This is James Bond.
This is James Bond, right? He's there, Bond, James Bond. In the back, you can see Big Ben. So this is London back here, of course.
I spotted my favorite piece. Me and Michael have something in common. Shoes.
Christian Louboutins? I go, what's a Christian Louboutin? Oh.
I got mine out.
Yeah. Me pulling out my pockets. I'm broke now.
That's hilarious.
And she is just enjoying the shoe, bathing in champagne.
I love this.
The tour
Let's
continued.
go back to like the 60s. I think some of these still have the thermos in them too, but this is like the $6 million
From his
man.
memorabilia collection to the gorgeous grounds of his house, then on to his man cave.
You can see I've got way more guitars. There's even guitars in the bedroom underneath the bed. So
More guitar. Is this one of your newer pieces that you're working on?
yes, this is called Bar Hop. I'm not finished with it yet, so this will probably be ready in another couple weeks.
Definitely different.
Yeah.
I like the neon-y, like the purple.
I know, it's cool, right?
Yeah, that's definitely.
So I have
This one's catching my eye because it is. I mean, I'm used to your martinis, your olives, and all this, and this one is.
This is a piece called Hearts of Hope. All the proceeds from this go directly to St. Jude's Hospital. Really
It's
cute.
a really special
But
piece.
this is some stuff I'm doing on metal. This is about love and of course an angel and a devil, and then of course it makes a heart here.
This is a real variety in here.
Oh, look at this
Oh,
angel.
cute!
The
Look
tiniest
at that.
original Goddard available right here. So,
There
but yeah,
it
it's
is.
fun. The thing is, I always say, there's a lot of artists that are so much better than me, but nobody paints a sexier strawberry than Michael.
Oh yes! Sorry.
Then I went on to do my own little tour.
Michael's gone for a little time out, and I found the vodka. Yeah.
I came across lots of fabulous pieces. Some originals, lots more Oliver Martini humour, some of my favourites, and some new pieces. I even managed to cuddle with Bentley the dog. Then I pulled up an olive stool for a quick chat with Michael.
Now we've had the fabulous tour of Michael's incredible house.
all of the toys, and now we get to sit and chill.
Yeah, I know,
You
it's
named
fun.
the olive guy. So
Yeah.
where did the olive love come from?
There was a friend of mine, it was his birthday, and he said, hey, listen, I'd love for you to paint something for my birthday. And you know, I always like 2 olives in my martini.
Two.
2, exactly 2. So I added some arms and legs and was in the middle of painting this and having a great time. And now I've been doing it for the last, I don't know, 20 some years.
Now we put this one here because I told you I'm a martini gal. It does always go back to your olive guy, and this being the James Bond one. And you were saying this is your new, the 3D kind of...
Yeah, we call it a
Bond.
sculptograph. And of course, James Bond is classic, classic martini drinker. This is like the newest and latest technology. This is actually embossed.
Yes.
So this is done with a 3D printer where it actually sticks up a little bit as we print and build the ink
I
up.
feel it here. What's next?
So I'm working on paintings with coffee beans now.
Ooh.
They are hard to hold still because they are full of caffeine. The olives.
Not only is Michael's artwork a lot of fun, so is he. I had so much fun! From coffee talk to tea. This Out and About with Ali has been absolutely fabulous. It's been amazing to see you again, Michael.
So much fun. Thank
you
so
for
much.
showing me around your gorgeous home and showing
Thank
me
you.
all of your fabulous pieces. I know you're all about the martinis, the olives,
Yes.
and the wine.
Yes.
But I'm a tea girl as well.
She is, so I've heard.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
So lovely. Wasn't that cool?
That
That's
was
very
so
cool.
I know, I'm
awesome.
like,
I think most people will know his art.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I knew
yeah.
it straight away. I knew it
Recognizable.
straight away. And I like the fact that he has, he's a collector of memorabilia as well. I love that. I love seeing all the different pieces that he had in there. That was great. I would love to check that house out.
I was just, every room we went into, a different room, there was something else to be distracted by, but he's an incredible guy, and I've always loved his art. Being a cruise ship person, we've always been surrounded by his art, because
Yeah.
that's one of the main places, but his Allegiant connection to the Raiders.
That
his
was
love for-
amazing that you got the tickets in.
Oh yeah, I know. So I had a great time, and that's why it was hard to cut it, which I know it was a bit longer than
It
normal.
is hard when you're someone so
want-
interesting and so much to
Yeah.
see. I mean, all those guitars and
Yeah.
there's a lot to cover, but that was really good.
Yeah, he went to UNLV, so he's a Vegas guy, but he really loves his British connections.
and he's
as you
friends
can see.
with Ozzy.
Ozzy Osbourne for years. Like I think he said 2002 they met. He does the art, the music for some of his things, so they're good friends. But yeah, his connections to tea and martinis. I was a happy girl.
You never know who's hiding out in Vegas, do you?
Round the corner.
There's all kinds of people
fun.
hiding out here
Yeah.
that you just don't know about.
Hey, well, we've got more to come. So I'm excited. So that 1 week it might be a place, but yeah, I'm going to try and not. I'm going to switch it up and every so often give you someone connected to Vegas or Britain here in Vegas.
Fantastic.
That was a great segment. Really,
Thank
I was glued to it the whole time. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Thank
great
you
segment.
so much. I had
Really
fun.
great.
Cheers,
Really
Anne.
great.
Oh,
All
we have
right,
then we
so-
have number panels.
I know, right? 10.
Yeah.
So moving on.
Moving on. Yes.
First of all, I want you guys to guess what's missing out of the show today.
Travis.
Yeah.
Oh well, apart from that. But the one thing that particularly was that little guy on the screen, but it's there now. The Spill the Tea little bug. I was just sitting there thinking, there's something doesn't
Something's
look
odd.
right.
Yes.
Doesn't look quite right.
I see it.
But it does now. All right.
Well,
We'll
listen,
move on from
everyone.
that.
This is what I want everyone to do right now. You've got a pen and paper. You've got a pen and paper. You've got pen and paper, Ian. Everyone at home.
Yeah, because I've got nothing else to do over
Grab
here.
yourself a pen and paper because we're going to do something a little bit fun. But I think maybe we'll do it right now. And
How
we'll
long
do,
does it take?
Oh, not long at all.
Oh, Ian.
Just because I'm
How
sitting.
long does it take?
Trust me.
I'm hungry. I'm tired.
They know. They know this show will be like 4 hours long.
Because
if
I've
I
always
don't.
got a list of stuff, you know.
You
It's
know.
all right.
I've always
It's
got a
all
list of stuff. Okay, this is called the 3-question game.
Okay.
All right, first thing you're going to do is you're going to write down your favourite colour and why it's your favourite colour. A couple of things why it's your absolute favourite colour. So if you're at home, you can tell us in the comments as well if you want, or write it down because we're going to review them. There's only 3 questions. I think Ian needs to work on his patience for New Year's.
I know, so do I.
Look at that look. Have you got that?
I can do that anytime I want.
Second question.
Okay.
Write down your favourite animal and why. So a couple of things why you love this particular animal.
All right.
And
Okay.
then the last question is you're going to write down your favourite body of water. It could be ocean, could be a little stream, could be the water down the toilet. Any body of water.
Would you say rain is a body of water?
I would say yes.
Okay.
Yes, I would say that definitely.
All right.
And there are your 3 questions.
Okay.
Okay. And
I got mine.
We're going to review these. So
Oh gosh.
let's go round the table.
Okay.
Ian, number 1. What was your favourite colour and why?
Blue, because it's the colour of Chelsea. Chelsea blue.
That's a football team,
It's a football
mate.
reference, and that's all I got.
That's all you
Okay.
got.
Yeah.
For someone as creative as Ian, that was it. It's football.
He's had no whiskey, that's why.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
I know.
What's your
that's
favourite
quite
colour
left
and
out
why?
over here.
My favourite colour would be green because it represents my Irish heritage and it brings out the colour of my eyes.
Okay.
That's weird because that was my same thing too. Green because I'm Irish.
No.
Top of my page, and I did put because I love like the Tiffany green and money.
Money.
But Irish was the top.
There you go, me too, buddy.
The
I thought
drinker
it was
in
Tiffany
me.
blue.
Tiffany, I say greeny blue, but yeah,
It's
I
like
suppose.
turquoise,
Yeah.
right?
It's a hard one to even describe.
Sorry.
Sometimes. That's what we call it.
Well,
Tiffany
just
blue.
go with
What's
the
yours?
Irish.
Yeah. Mine is black.
Because it's the colour of your soul.
It is. I don't have any soul.
Is black a colour or a shade, though?
Oh, here we go. I have a flipping O level in art. Get ready, people.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Black and white neutrals. No. So black because black goes with everything. It actually makes me feel like calm if I'm getting dressed or whatever because it's like, oh, easy peasy. And it just goes with everything. All right. So,
Okay.
All right, that's one question.
Next.
There's a
number
point
2.
to this,
yes,
right?
there is.
Yeah.
Let's go question number 2. Ian, your favourite animal? Why?
It's a cat
Yes.
because I got a cat and I like cats.
And why do you like cats?
I don't know. I just do.
What do they represent?
They represent, something that's been very kind of close to me. My little cat,
Yeah.
Kevin the cat.
Kevin. Is
Yes,
that
I have a
cat?
And you
I have
probably
a-
get more from Kevin than you do from, like, what you get from Kevin is individual, right? What you get from him is just between you and him. You
Yeah.
don't get that from any other living source.
Yeah, it's a very unique
It,
relationship.
it is. He's been around a long time.
Yeah.
Aw.
He's very old. He's 15.
He's
bless
15
him.
now.
God
Yeah.
bless. Love
Amazing.
it.
What's yours? I know what yours is.
Mine would have to be the dog.
Yes.
I suppose the reason why I choose the dog is because of the loyalty factor. A dog will be more loyal to you than it will to itself. It doesn't matter what you do to a dog, how you treat a dog, it will always love you no matter what. So definitely my favorite animal is the dog. And also if you spell dog backwards, it'll give you an indication. So
There you go.
Okay, this
Do you
is
need help with that, Ian? Spelling it backwards. Go on, Ali.
well weird.
Dog.
Mine is also dog.
Surprise, surprise.
And because of my babies, and I literally put because you just get so much love. I get
Yeah.
when I walk through the door, going to bed, waking up.
Yep, mine's a dog too. Unconditional love. You always feel better around your pets, and I love looking after them. They're my
Aw,
babies.
she's a bit, yeah.
So the last one, Ian. Favorite body of water and why?
The Mediterranean.
Ooh.
Because it's just the best. And then but to me, when I think of the Med, I think of like Greece and Italy and great food.
Yeah.
Right.
All of that stuff. If I think like I want to be somewhere other than right here with you guys,
Yeah.
I'd love to be on the Med, right where my cousin is right now.
Yes. So it's the best. She says it's the best.
So mine's a little bit different. I would have to say I'm really connected with thunderstorms and rain. It's a body of water that it represents peace and serenity and easy to sleep. I always use this thunderstorm sleep sound at night time, and I picture myself like in the forest in a little tent, and it helps me sleep. So I'd have to say thunderstorms and rain.
Yeah, because it makes you peaceful.
Makes me peaceful, makes me calm, makes me relaxed, and yeah.
Right. Yours?
Different this time, and I went completely different, and I put water, champagne. You said water, I just thought booze, sparkles.
Yeah.
But I'll just go with, now that I get the game.
Yeah.
I love over by Polynesia, like French Polynesia side of the water, so wherever that is in the world.
Tell us, but why though? Why do
Because
you love
of its clarity, and when it's like turquoise and you just don't even, you just can stand and look down and see everything clear as day.
Yep.
Right.
Clear.
Mine is the ocean. I like the fact that it's powerful but a bit scary at the same time. And there's a lot to discover, I think, in the ocean.
Yeah.
All right.
Did I pass?
So let's find out.
Oh, God.
So
There's a point to this.
what
then,
these
huh?
questions actually mean, your answers actually mean. The first one, your favourite colour and why, is your view of your personality.
Irish? That's definitely me.
So what was your view of your personality, Ian?
Blue. Chelsea.
It's
football.
blue. His personality is blue.
Yeah, yeah, great.
That's why you have to be.
Probably not wrong.
What was yours?
Mine was green.
And it was because.
Because of my Irish heritage.
But didn't you say something
And
else?
it brings out my eyes.
Brings out your eyes. Your
Does that mean I'm
personality.
vain?
Your personalities bring out your eyes. Yours.
Irish, and I put Irish and money and Tiffany, which made no sense, but yeah.
And mine was because with my personality, I fit perfectly with everything.
There you go.
Was this a game or just a
No,
way
it's
of
a
being able to
psychology. It's a
highlight
psychology thing.
how amazing
Okay.
you are?
It's a psychology thing. Yeah, maybe
Okay.
I know myself better than most. Okay, next one, animal. So you had cat, Ian, and you said it was because.
He was your buddy of
Unconditional
15
love.
years.
Yeah.
Now that tells you who your perfect mate is.
A cat?
No, that what you're looking for in a perfect mate.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it was. You should have been more descriptive on yours. We're gonna move on.
It started off good.
We could go naughty.
Mine was a dog.
Yeah.
And because of.
Because of the loyalty. I love loyalty is just huge for me.
And that's what he's looking for in a mate. That's the perfect mate for him.
And I
yours?
said so much love from a dog. So I give a lot of
you're
love.
looking for lots of love
Yeah.
for me, unconditional love, someone to look after, because I like looking after my dogs, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last one, the body of water, is the view of your own sexuality. Ian, what was yours? Your eyes nearly popped out.
I didn't even realise I pressed the button to come to myself then. I'm like, what? Oh, that's me.
What did you say? It was
Mediterranean
the
food.
best. You said it was the best. The Mediterranean
Man,
was
this
the
show's
best.
this show's gone downhill. Hasn't
So
it?
he views his
You know
sexuality
what?
as the
I tell
best.
you who wouldn't be impressed with that.
Ian's mum.
Yeah.
Hello,
No
I'm
decorum.
not very impressed with the show today.
No decorum whatsoever. What was
Mine was thunderstorm, thunder.
Ooh.
the
From
down,
down
down,
under.
down.
Down under.
That described it perfectly.
Yeah, that's it.
What
Mine
yours?
was the clarity and the tranquil water.
So you're very clear on your sexuality. There you go. And for me, is mine's powerful.
Depends on how many drinks I've had.
And mine is powerful and scary. And there's a lot to discover.
That's exciting.
You just did that whole game just so you could say that last line. Didn't you? That's what it was really all about.
That's funny.
So that's a little
That's funny.
fun game, and it really tells you about yourself a little bit more. So,
All right.
with
well,
that,
listen.
I think let's move over to Eve. I think.
Yeah, you know, I think we do need another little break in this just to calm, just to kind of
whiskey.
cool this down in here a little
Oh,
bit.
we haven't even done the second whiskey yet. Jeepers.
Yeah, it could get out of hand. So at this point, it is over to Eve Dawes and the BFF that we were actually supposed to do last week.
Yeah.
Normally we wouldn't have Ali and Eve on the same show, but I did apologise. I don't know what happened last week. It was just kind of went on
We
and
just
on.
forgot.
Just like this show.
Yeah.
So we'll cut to that, and the sooner we go, the sooner we can come back.
Hi everyone, so today I'm going back to the B in BFF for beauty, and these are tips for everyone, not just the women, so don't tune out because pretty much all of us have suffered from dry skin at some point. So these are my top tips for helping to prevent dry skin, the best products to use, the order to use them, and how to really get the most out of those ingredients. So let's take a look. Well, isn't this a sexy look? But I wanted to show you how to do your skincare the most effective way, and I can't do that with a face full of makeup. And I have my earphones in to try and give you better sound quality today as well. So let's take a look. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to ditch the harsh soaps and cleansers in the winter and go for something more hydrating, like a really thick cleansing milk or even a facial cleansing oil. Now this is something I discovered this year and I absolutely love, because I was like, Putting oil on my face seemed contradictory, but it's not your normal facial oil. This is actually an oil cleanser, and it just leaves the skin really hydrated versus being dried out. So you've got a really good base for everything else. And then when you're doing your products, you're going to want to start with damp skin. So after you've washed, you can either leave it slightly damp from your shower or add a facial toner. And then you're going to want to layer your products from thinnest to thickest. If you're just using a moisturizer, that's fine, start with that. So what I'd say, if you're using a serum or hyaluronic acid is one of your amazing hydrating ingredients. It's about the best ingredient you can find for locking moisture in the skin. When you're using any products, you're going to want to put them in the palm of your hand, not your fingertips, and then you're going to want to warm them up. The reason I say that is warmer products are really easily absorbed into the skin, and then when you're putting them onto your face, you're going to want to put them in your driest areas first, that's where the bulk of the product goes, and then spread it out to the other areas as you go. So once you've got your hyaluronic acid on, it's one of those products you can't use on their own. That's also something I learned recently from a dermatologist, because if you put it on your skin on its own, it actually draws the water out into the environment and makes it drier versus putting it in. So put it on and then follow it with your moisturizer. So with your moisturizer, again, a lot of people over moisturize thinking more is better. It doesn't work like that. So literally just appear to a cashew size, and then you can either use this on its own, or what I like to do is drop a couple of drops of oil into it as well. So you can either drop it into the moisturizer, use the moisturizer on its own, or add the oil on top last. You just don't want to use oil on its own. The reason being that moisturizer is a humectant. It puts the moisture into the skin, whilst the oil treats everything more on a surface layer. So it's super effective, and it also helps lock, the oil will help lock the moisturizer in, so you get more out of everything. Then when you're applying, you want to use light upward movements, and then try not to drag the skin. So just make sure it's everywhere. If you've got some excess moisturizer, hands as well. And then also eye creams. Eye creams essential, because I find my fine lines around my eyes are worse than anywhere. Put tiny piece on your ring size finger. Again, if you want to warm it up, you can do so like this. And then just apply really, really lightly again with those upward movements. That will really help the lymphatic drainage, help get the toxins out, help with any puffiness, and really take it all the way out, especially if you're squinting in the daylight. And then lastly, lips. So with the lips, you don't want to use things like Vaseline or glycerin or anything where alcohol denat is in the ingredients, because that's actually going to dry the lips out more. You want to look for really natural ingredients that are actually going to nourish the lips and get rid of all that dryness. Now, if you're still having issues with original dryness, okay, so you don't want to put this one on top, you can gently exfoliate first. And then another thing you can do to help is hydrate from the inside, lots of water, and think about getting a humidifier for your house as well. Okay, I'm going to go put some makeup on. Have a wonderful day.
First of all, big shout out to Eve for taking it all off, because how many times do you see stuff on social media? They'll say, look, I've got no makeup on. They obviously have, or they have the live beauty filter.
Yeah.
Which is like, come on, people. But I appreciate the authenticity of that.
And she looked just as beautiful.
She looked great.
Without anything. Yeah.
And it just shows pure confidence in a woman that can come on and just expose herself fully without makeup. It shows that her inner beauty is what is the most significant thing.
Yeah.
Even though she's beautiful on the outside.
Yes.
People don't really... You know what I mean? It's different now, so I respect that as well.
I so appreciate that she did that because a lot of people get fed up with this always perfect image of everybody. Like, really? Is that a real life thing?
Well, speaking of perfect images...
It's relatable, isn't it?
Hi.
I'm telling you do look good over there. There's some nice lighting going on.
I've got a ring light.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah,
That's
see,
why.
I got it figured out. So at this point, one thing we keep forgetting as well, not just this week, but other weeks, is our good friends at the British Corner Shop.co.uk. So make sure you do go to the BritishCornerShop.co.uk.
Is that here in Vegas? Is that here in Vegas?
No, it's worldwide. They're actually based in Bristol.
Yeah.
And they just send you anything British.
They ship worldwide. Boxes.
Chocolates.
All the British stuff.
Crisps, biscuits.
Crisps, because we know American chocolate does not compare to British chocolate.
We know that. They ship worldwide.
Nice.
They do. So make sure you go to there and put the code in Spill the Tea, and you own the company, isn't it? No, you get a discount. What do you get?
On your first order of £75, you get £15 off.
Can we do it in
Boom.
American dollars? Like, what's 75 pounds in American dollars?
far
I
off
don't even
now.
know now.
Oh,
Is it pretty similar?
$85.
Yeah. So anyway, that's
Ish.
that. That's that. We've
It's done. We got
taken care of our homework for right now.
Exactly.
And comments wise, I saw a lot of people liked your piece there with all the
good.
artwork.
That
so that was
makes me
some really
happy.
great comments there. Some really nice
Cool.
people.
I have to say hello to my
chiming
auntie
in.
Glennis. Mwah.
And it says Ian's doing a great impression of Craig Revel Horwood when the Strictly line's open.
We need
I
to,
don't
we need to
think
find
I-
video of that person.
See, we're over here. We have Dancing with the Stars.
Send us a link,
So
Becky.
we don't actually know what that looks like, but we shall find out now.
Now, a British show I do watch over here is Nigella Lawson. She cooks. She cooks and eats
She
in the
is.
sexiest way.
She's a very what?
She eats in the sexiest way ever. I think that's her signature thing.
oh.
You've
I
not been
didn't-
paying attention. Have
No.
you watched her?
No,
Oh, yeah. And the way she describes her food, and her kitchen is really dark, like a nightclub. It's so fabulous.
Oh.
But the other day, she said, you can put this in and she was putting something in the microwave, but she called it the microwave.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I did see that.
Did you
I did
see
see
it?
that, yeah.
The microwave.
I'm going to use that because I use the microwave a lot because I can't cook.
I love
sounds
it, the microwave.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious. Now, people are like, does she not know how you pronounce it? But in my family, we use words that don't make any sense, but we understand. So my younger sister and brother-in-law, they started Timmy River. If anyone says Timmy River, they're just asking you what the time is.
Oh.
So if you hear Timmy River, so when I heard it, I thought, oh, it's probably one of those daft things you say. You know, like I call the curtains. If I say to Jim, close the curtains, I say, close the Kurt Cobains. I don't know why.
Fancy.
But we have those weird words, you know, but I thought it was great. Microwave.
I'm going to steal that.
I'm only ever using that from now on.
Yeah.
So, Phil Suzanne, if you're watching and use that microwave, make sure you put it in there because it's fantastic. The last thing I've got, because, you know, like I say, I noticed you had Star Wars Stormtrooper helmets
Yeah.
in your...
Podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a huge Star.
Where did you get them from?
So,
Because you've got loads.
yeah, I'm the memorabilia king. I've got memorabilia coming out the woodworks of everything. Star Wars, Michael Jackson, Marvel, Spider-Man.
Oh, really? Now, have you seen this?
No. Whoa.
Right.
What is that?
So, this is the Star Wars, The Jedi Path.
Wow.
And this was a gift from our friend Todd Fisher, Carrie Fisher's brother.
Wow.
And that was a gift to Jim last Christmas actually. But it's so amazing because when you look inside, it's got like, it looks like, you know, there's handwritten notes in the actual manual of how to be a Jedi.
Wow, that's amazing. You know, it was Carrie Fisher actually came to the Thunder from Down Under show.
Oh, I bet
she
she
sat in the audience and she watched it. When she came up to get a picture with all the guys at the end of the show, this is just one of my biggest regrets. I was in the restroom, so I missed out on.
Did no one wait for you?
It was so quick. It was done like that. You know how it is, and yeah. So
Oh, what a shame.
I know, but wow, that's amazing.
Isn't
Yeah,
that great?
I just love everything about Star Wars. It's been a part of my life since I was 8 years old. So just one of those things.
Well,
you know?
well, Todd, Carrie's brother, is married to a friend of mine, Catherine Hickland. She was a big soap star and whatever. They do 3 times a week. They do a live Facebook from their theatre, and they've got a theatre at the house, and they have.
C3PO,
Thank
R2D2.
Thank you, and R2D2. They got all. I mean, because as you know, Debbie Reynolds, they collected so much stuff too, and
Debbie Reynolds, for those of you who don't know, was Carrie Fisher's mother.
Yes, Singing in the Rain.
Yep.
But they talk about a lot of these Hollywood stories and the films they made and stuff, and I think you'd find it really, really interesting.
definitely
But
would.
but I wondered if you'd seen that on.
I have not, and
being
that's
a fan.
amazing. I'll definitely have to check that out for
Isn't
sure.
that cool?
Yep, it is great.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it. Jealous that I don't have it.
So I think
Hide it.
you know what?
We've
We're
Is that
more
it?
or less on time.
done all right.
We're
Yeah.
not too bad. We're not too bad. So I'm going to hand it back to you guys to wrap up. But thank you guys for joining in and being here with us every week like you do. Of course, this is for the first show of 2021. I should probably sit here because I can't seem to use my teeth.
Get your mouth
Get a new one in. But yes, thanks so much. And I'm going to hand it back to this lot. They can wrap it up.
Well, I want to say a huge thank you to you.
Well, thank you to you guys. It was
We
fun.
need to hang out.
Absolutely.
You know we need to hang out.
100%. I'm
Yeah.
coming over after this.
And I'm going to send you a video straight after this that we couldn't show, but I'm going to send you a video.
Okay.
But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Tell everyone your podcast name so they can watch it.
It is What Happens Here podcast. As I mentioned earlier on, it's available on all social media platforms called Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube if you want to see it. So make sure you check it out if you like all things mixed martial arts and cool stuff like Bigfoot and porn stars. Then have a check out of my podcast.
We've got a thing. Don't we have a thing for that? Is it that one?
What happens here?
.us.
That's the website.
It's actually .com now.
All right. Well, fine. It's
What,
that.
what happens here.com.
Cool.
All right.
And Ali, so nice to see you.
Thank you very
Ali is so tall. Like it's very.
She is.
Yeah, it doesn't like.
grew.
That's
yeah.
why I pulled my seat higher.
Were you a showgirl back in the day?
I tried to be.
No.
I'm
She's a
a
singer.
singer,
Are you-
but that's what got me to Vegas. That was my Vegas
What,
dream.
singing?
Singer. Yeah.
Right.
That's my long
It was
list.
nice to meet you. I love your
You
energy
too.
and I love your
It's
segments.
the Irish. It's the
It is.
connection.
Absolutely,
The
100%.
booze.
Yeah, the booze.
But no, thank you for having me. Here's to a fabulous year ahead.
Yes.
For all of us. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
That was
for
a great
2021.
segment, by the way.
Thank
Really
you.
great segment. And
Had
big
fun.
thank you to Ian, who's playing his one-man band over there.
Got this.
Pressing all the buttons, making it happen,
Pressing your buttons.
and being...
And playing with his one-man band. Jeepers creepers. What's
Basically.
going on?
I think it was quite tame, this show. It could have got worse.
It could have been worse.
But big thank you to everyone that watches in with us every single week. We've been going now well over a year through the crazy pandemic. And if you're home on a Tuesday at this time, definitely watch us live. Otherwise, catch it on replay. It's always at the top of the page. So thanks for being with us, everyone, and have a great week. Bye.
Bye.
Keep saying bye, because where's the music? Oh, I can hear it. I can hear it.
Oh,
It's
when your
coming in.
father's playing football. And your mother likes to do things to the referee.
He
Is that
knows
it?
the words. I don't even know
There it
the
is.
words.
Spill the tea. What a
love
great
it.
show. Amanda
Brilliant.
Deegan.